Hello, everybody. My name is Richard Vigorelli, and this is Vigorelli Institute. Now, a little while ago, I was doing a recording on here with good old city skylines buildings, Cilicia, and I also, said that I had watched Fallout on Prime. Oh boy. This show is so stupid. It actually makes me sad. Entertainment is not supposed to make you sad. Okay? Why am I sad, you ask? Because it's garbage Hollywood writing and Hollywood world building. Now, I have never played the Fallout games. Ever. I've seen a few lore videos. I've watched one, maybe two people play them online, one of them being RT Game. Okay? I like that kid. I'm glad he's doing well. Anyway, and Barlin's doing okay. I am Irish, a little bit. Anyway, moving on. So I was watching this, and this is before I watched Mahler's video on it. I actually watched that this morning as I was, having breakfast and all that before I did my my stream. By the way, it's Sunday as I'm recording this. I'll probably upload it Tuesday. So, I'm watching this and I'm going like, yes, because, everybody was talking about it. Oh, it's amazing. So I said, all right, I'll watch it. I've got Prime. Why not? The people who write stories, movies, books, television shows, etc. today have no concept of cohesive logic. It annoys me. Well, you don't understand it. No, I understand it perfectly. You suck. Okay? It's not satire. Okay? First of all, let me get into what satire is. Satire is taking something in the world that is dumb. Everybody knows it's dumb, but they're not saying anything about it. Or if they are, it's really tongue-in-cheek. Satire comes in, takes the thing, blows it up to stupid, and then makes fun of it. Okay? For example, The Love Guru with Mike Myers is a satire. It's not satirizing Indians. Okay? That is people from the subcontinent of India. It is not satirizing Hindus. It is not satirizing Buddhists. Okay? What it is satirizing is stupid people that don't understand what spirituality is, and therefore latch on to some jackass who only wants to make money at their expense. Okay? It's making fun of that. That's what the show is about. It doesn't do it particularly well, but it's better than the crap we get nowadays. Okay? To claim that Fallout is satire tells me you don't know what satire is. You're stupid. You're just using words without understanding their actual meaning. Parody is you take something that you love and crank it up to absurd and have fun. Okay? South Park is both satire and parody. Okay? And by the way, Trey Parker and Matt Stone have come out and said that they won't be doing current events anymore because current events are way more absurd than they could ever come up with. So we have become a parody and a satire of ourselves. Also then, Fallout is satire. Sit down, button your yap. I'm not done with you. Now, in one of the episodes, I forget which one, because at this point I was mostly fiddling with my phone and listening to it. And there's a boardroom with a bunch of very, very rich people with way too much money, and they all own a company. And these companies basically control the lion's share of whatever it is that they have in the world. One of them is Vault. Okay? They say war. War never changes. Just like that. It's like, you're using stupid words again. War, correct, it never changes. It's always the same thing. It's carnage. It's horrible. There's destruction. And But the mechanisms of war change. We get ever more horrible as time moves on. Okay? That's actually why we have a thing called war crimes nowadays. It's to rein that in. Back before World War I, there was no such thing. You could do whatever you wanted. If you treated them nice, you were cool. You know, if you had a prisoner. If you didn't, well, that means they would just try that much harder to get out, go tell their friends, and then it would be that much worse for you. Okay? Now, when this is happening in this world, they have decided that they want to make a lot of money selling bunkers, or vaults, as they are called, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. Okay? And they decide that war is good for business, which is true. I will give them that. Peace is also good for business. Kind of depends on what you're doing. My recommendation is get into a service or industry where you just change exactly what you're doing, but it's basically the same job. Peacetime versus wartime. Okay? But that's me. So, they decide that if they cause a nuclear war, earnings will go up. I don't know what they're basing this off of. Well, people will buy the vaults in order to save themselves from annihilation. Correct. Here's the thing. If the world is a wasteland, then when they come out of the vaults, existence is pointless. If a frog becomes the size of a car and it thinks you're delicious, you have a problem. Okay? See, this is a $20 bill. Okay? I've done a video on this. Okay? It's called What is Money? Okay? Go ahead and look that up. Now, $20. The reason why this, by the way, it's not paper technically, it's actually made out of a linen. And it's ink and all of that. The reason why I like this thing is because where I live and the time period that I'm in says this thing will get me something like, this thing. This is a coffee cup. Okay? Not exactly a direct correlation, but you get the idea. Okay? Now, let's say I go to, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, and I have this with me. They will probably not accept it. I have to use whatever it is they use. I think it's a dinar. Okay? Totally different monetary system. Okay? This is now worthless. It's meaningless. Yeah, it's great here in Tennessee, but not in, I don't know, pick a city. Okay? And likewise. Okay? So, they think that if they end the world in nuclear hellfire, they'll have more money. Here's why that's a stupid idea. See, this is guaranteed by my government. My government says this is okay. Okay? If that government ceases to exist, then all backing of this thing goes out the window. It's gone. This isn't worth the material that it's used to make it. Okay? But these morons, because capitalism, say that if they destroy the world, they'll have more money. It's idiotic. Okay? Everything that makes the world actually valuable and worth living in is contingent on it existing. Okay? All of their toys, nice places that they can visit, the big beautiful houses, the people that they employ to do things for them is contingent on this thing and contingent on the green things outside there doing what they do, and all the little fluttering creatures, the furry creatures scurrying around, and the little bug things going flitter, flitter, and scurry, 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 okay? Doing whatever it is that they do. Okay? You get rid of all of that. And I don't care how much money you think you're going to make, it's worthless. It may as well be bison bucks at the end of the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme in it. But capitalism's evil, right? No. Moron. Socialism is. And that's all I'm saying on that. Okay? Now, it's obvious that the writers of this show are socialists. I mean, if you're in Hollywood and you're a capitalist, something's wrong with you. Ironically, want to know what people like this stuff more than capitalists? Socialists. I'm in a mood. Now, so they decide to go ahead and press the button, and off things go, and they start nuclear Armageddon. And, well, it completely destroys the world. But, you see, they've got a safeguard. They took 3 of their vaults and linked them together in a triangle. Only in one of them people go crazy. Yeah, lots of carnage. Because, here's what they were going to do. They were going to use eugenics and breed perfect managers. Yeah. You know the guy that is at, that Karen really needs to talk to? Yeah. That guy. Yeah, there's going to be an entire society of those because, yay! Oh, dear God. So, what happens is everything goes to hell in a handbasket, and none of it works because, duh. Oh, and there's a line in there, in that meeting with the rich idiots, that there's a lot of earning potential at the end of the world. You're stupid. Again, if the world's over, this is worthless. You want to know what is valuable? What's in here? Water. Okay? I can't eat this. I can't drink this. I need this for basic cellular functions. Speaking of, want to know what else is going to be extremely valuable? Clean air. More so than it is today. Okay? You want to know what else is going to be extremely valuable? Food. Okay? The richest places on the planet at the fall of civilization have farms. Okay? Things like money and gold are mediums of exchange. That way, I don't have to give you rutabagas in exchange for chickens. Because you've got enough rutabagas, and I'm solid on chickens. Okay? But if I give you this, maybe you can give me something else in exchange. Also, I can make this on Tuesday, wait till Saturday, go buy whatever it is I want. For example, and everybody's happy. Okay? But no, money's the root of all evil. No, it isn't. You are. You moron. My blood pressure's spiking. Calm down, Richard. Calm down. Okay. This show is stupid. And it makes me angry. I just wasted time watching this, okay? I had to skip through a few scenes because also we have to do the bellowing thing from, how many shows? Wonder Woman and a few others. I want to find the person that decided to do this. I want to sit them in a room with Barney circa 1994 on repeat. That's how much I don't like them. Now, there's also needless slow-mo, okay? The world building has no consistency whatsoever. You have these guys that are these great and powerful warriors. A, they can't hit the ground if they were aiming at it. B, or two, they can't, even if they do hit it, it doesn't fall down. Well, there's hit points. Real things don't have hit points. You have vital and non-vital zones. If you hit a vital zone, it stops working. That's true with life forms and machines. Okay? And if you get better at doing things, the amount of stuff it takes to hurt you doesn't increase. Okay? Ugh. It was ridiculous. Okay? Not only that, they got a guy in one of these vaults. He's 100 pounds overweight if he's a day. But the food is strictly rationed. That's not how food works. If you take just maintenance level calories, you will either maintain or you will lose. If your calorie requirements exceed intake. Okay? And not all calories are created equal. There's good calories and bad calories. Calories associated with things that your body does not need are bad calories. Calories associated with chemicals that your body does need, like, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins. Those help you maintain a healthy weight and healthy function. It's also why people have such horrible skin conditions nowadays, and digestive problems, and cognitive issues. But anyway, I digress. So, if you have not watched Fallout, I advise against it. Do something better with your time. Watch a classic movie, for instance. Watch a classic TV show. Okay? I'm currently building a library of them. I'm up to almost 350 titles. And it's growing. And no, you can't stop me. Okay? The stuff that's new that's coming out is pure shite. Absolute. Okay? Every now and again you get something halfway decent. 10, 15 years ago, it would have been mediocre. Now it's amazing. Because of things like Fallout. Because of things like Velma. And so many others that are a total suckfest. Because nobody knows how to write. Nobody knows how to direct. Nobody can frame a shot properly. And nobody can frickin' act anymore. Okay? It is that simple. So if you're a creative, okay, if you're like me and you can write, okay, if you are like a friend of mine and can act, if you can make movies, okay, it's actually not hard to do, okay? You want to know how much a good video camera costs? $500-600, $1,000 top end, okay? Then you start getting into the big funky ones after that, but you really don't need it unless you know you're going for a certain effect, okay? You need to be able to sound mix. It's not that hard, okay? You need to find some decent actors. Trust me, they exist, okay? I promise you. You need to find some good writers. I sit with a room full of them every single Wednesday night. I've got one girl in my writers group. She's 22 years old. She has already written 500 million words. She's not so good at selecting names, which her and I have talked about, but her stuff is excellent. Okay? She takes a genre and runs with it. It's wonderful. She did a cyberpunk one once that I could literally see this in my head. I even had the animation for the type of anime that this would be, and no, it wasn't like Ghost in the Shell. It was gorgeous. Okay? I got another friend of mine. Okay? He wrote a book called Little Bite. It's hilarious. It's wonderful. It's sweet. It's fantastic modern fantasy. Touch of horror in there too. Okay? I frickin' love that book. And she's got another one coming out in a little bit. She just barely submitted it for publication. Text said, what is today? Sunday? She submitted that Friday. It's going to be out soon. I believe it's called Alice in Ghoulland. Check it out. Okay? And then you got mine. Okay? I wrote a modern fantasy. A little bit of sci-fi in there for fun. Okay? I created a brand new world. And yes, I am taking applications from other writers in order to build the lore. Okay? Then you got guys like Eric July, who got sick and tired of DC and Marvel yanking everybody around and IGN going, no, 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 no. So he made his own company. Okay? Every single one of his books has been over $2 million. He's got 4 out. His very first book hit 6 something. Okay? During its campaign. He's in the middle of another one called Yaira. I can't wait to get my copy. And yes, I will be doing a review when it comes out. Okay? If you are a creative and you are watching this, don't just sit and harump in your room. Okay? Get off your butt. Make something. Okay? If you want something good, you have to create it. All right, I'm done yelling. I'm going to go drink something bitter so I can drop my blood pressure. My head explodes. All right. Like, share, subscribe, yell at me. I don't care. Okay? We can do better than this. Okay? Use the crap that's on TV right now as inspiration and example of what not to do. And make it better. Okay? You take care. Bye-bye.